way, Patrick, we've really got to, this is the problem, isn't it? One step forward, two steps back. This is a real opportunity to go and set a marker in this weekend, isn't it? To say, right, listen, we're now going to try and get this momentum going. I think we're going to see a week between each game is really going to help us going forward, because I think Conte can get that plan together with the team on the training ground. That plays in our favour. But this is a real big game, isn't it, at Old Trafford, and one where we really need to try and lay the ghost down of this one step forward, two steps back, Spursy, Dr. Tottenham, and actually put a marker down to say, listen, we're up for this.
It's a huge game, and it's essentially a top 4 6-pointer, because they are right in the mix for top 4 as well. Obviously, we are Arsenal. Most people will say those are the 3 contenders. I know West Ham are there. People feel West Ham may drop off. They might not. But at the moment, you look at Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham, the fact that we're playing them, if we can beat them, we obviously stop them getting points, and we elevate ourselves with 3 more points. It's a must win. I do think we'll beat them, to be fair. I just have a good feeling that we'll beat them. They're not looking great. I know Man United on paper and on their day, they can beat anyone. I mean, the Premier League is the Premier League. Even Norwich can beat you on your day if you don't turn up. But I just have there's something there that I feel right now the Tottenham boys have a point to prove. We've been down talked. Even Roy Keane was quite cheeky in his analysis on after the Man United game. I know they would have saw that. That would have pissed off a few of them. Conte's basically been on them. And I do feel in the last Premier League games, I put that with asterisks, we have played well. The opposition hasn't been great, but that does bring confidence. Sonny and Kane and Kulusevski look great. I think we're going to beat them, to be honest. I really do. And I think that will then lay the marker down that we can win more than one game at a time. And then we just build from there. But yeah, going back to your point, Carl, it needs to be 3 points. A draw doesn't help either one of us. Both teams will be going for it. And I just think if it does go like that, we have the better quality and we are the better team and we will beat them.
Yeah, Mickey, like I say, this spell now where we have a week between each games is something that we really haven't had for the majority of the season going. And I think that's kind of hindered us. And there, we have seen Conte's record of each time we get a week and he can work on something on the training pitch, we see in the following game that this is a side that's well organised. I think, are you feeling confident about this trip to Old Trafford? And is it something where you can say, is it a mental block where we have to get over that hurdle of saying, listen, we win one, we then need to go and win another one. And like I say, lay a marker that, listen, we've gone to Old Trafford, we've beaten Man United as well now, and we're fully on this top 4 bandwagon.
I think it's very important when you go to places like Old Trafford and the Etihad and Stamford Bridge and Highbury and Anfield, these places you've got to go down there and you've got to lay your marker down early doors. And that means you don't give them an inch early doors. Whenever we played them at home, our team talk involved us getting at them in the first 20 minutes, really put them under pressure, let them know that, we're going to be eating them alive. When we went away from home, it used to be dampen the spirits of the crowd down, quieten them down, slow the game down, take the sting out of the game, not let them get at us. If you looked at the Manchester City game, Man United, for instance, at the weekend, that first 20 minutes, Manchester United looked a good team. They looked threatening. They were opening up City, but they also have a soft underbelly as well. In that, once City had got their second goal, it was sort of game over, and it became men against boys. So it's important that you weather the United storm because they've got quality, no doubt. But if you weather that sort of 10 or 15-minute storm, and during that storm you come out and hit them and throw some sucker punches their way, they tend to look like they can fold a bit as well, which is what Keane and Neville were complaining about. So it's very important that we don't give them an easy route to success. I don't let them get an early goal. Don't let them get a second, because no doubt when their confidence is high, they can actually create you problems. But if you can hit them with a sucker punch when they're looking quite good, I really feel that there's a vulnerability about them that we can exploit, and we've got the players that exploit that. And as we've seen at Manchester City a couple of weeks ago, when a team's coming at us, which they will have to do, we're brilliant at exploiting the gaps that they leave as well. So we're developing both aspects of the game. The one where we can sit back and hit them on the break, in away games against top teams, but also when we're controlling the game with possession like we did last night, we look like we've got the movement and the quality to break teams down. Well, we did last night. That doesn't mean we will have it every game, but we didn't against Southampton or Wolves or whatever. But we did last night. So the signs are there that we're developing both aspects of the game, and on at Old Trafford, we are going to need, but we're going to have moments where we're going to have to defend and hit them on the break, and then we're going to have moments where we can control the possession side of it, and we. It's not going to be like playing Burnley away. This is going to be like playing Man United. They're going to be throwing bodies forward, and you're going to be able to exploit the gaps. And even when you're having control of the ball and you're dictating the play, there's still going to be gaps because it's Manchester United. They have to play in a certain way, and their personnel says that's the way they have to play. They have to go forward and attack, and that leaves spaces for us to exploit, even when in possession as well. So, can we win? Not a doubt. We can win. We need to have our top boys on song. Sonny, Harry, the right midfield. What's his name? I can't pronounce it.
Kulichevsky.
We need to be full wing backs need to be getting forward, getting their full backs on the back foot. But yeah, I think we'll win. I think it's a massive 2 games for us. The next 2 games, I think.
Yeah, it is.
West Ham as well.
Yeah.
We can't forget West Ham. I mean, if we beat West Ham, I think that sort of puts them out of the top 4 race.
Yeah.
If we beat Man United, it doesn't quite put them out, but I think they will be hovering, bordering on out. And then it would be sort of looking like Arsenal or us. With us having them to play, I think they've got Liverpool, Man City as well. So
yeah, they've got a tough run of some games there at one point.
Yeah,
they've
and
got
they've
a tough
got
run of
Chelsea as
away
well.
games.
Yeah, that's right. So I've not actually studied it much.
He says.
Yeah, I think we got to go there, and we have to go there believing that we're going to win.
Yeah,
and believe you me, it's not even though they're not a particularly good side at this moment in time, what they are is they've got good individuals, but not a good team. If you look at their transfer policy as well, what they've done is they've signed good individuals, but not shaped it into a team. And that's why there's a vulnerability about them, because they can all be good on the ball and they can all do good things. But as a unit, they're very fragile. And that's what we have to exploit. We have to really get at them, really test. After weathering the early storm, we really have to put them under and test their confidence. They got bashed 4-1 in a local dot. Imagine our team losing at the Emirates 4-1 and then coming back to our stadium sort of 4 or 5 days later. Would be ready for war with our team, wouldn't we? I remember, you come back and you sense there's an atmosphere in the ground that, right, we better be up for it today, otherwise we're going to give them it for losing 4-1 in the local derby. So we have to play on that also. We have to really put them under the microscope early doors after weathering their storm, and test them and test their character, see what they're made of. Are they going to be able to weather the storm when they've had a battering 4-1, and if we get an early goal, how they're going to feel? How's the fans going to react? Have this team got the character to bounce back? That's the question marks that are asked them, and that's the question marks that are the questions that we have to put. But I think we'll go there and win, and I think we'll beat West Ham as well.
Ryan, we're going to go score predictions now. Ryan, what are you predicting for this weekend at Old Trafford?
I'm going for a 3-1 Spurs win this weekend.
He's going very confident.
There's both teams. There's brilliant individuals on both sides of the pitch, but we've got the best one in Harry Kane, and I think he will be the main man in that game.
Well, I think he'd be licking his lips at the chance of playing that United defence, won't he? Patrick, what about yourself? Score prediction?
I had the same as Ryan. I'm sticking with it, 3-1. I just think with that front three, especially with the wing backs creating spaces and pushing forward, I just think we've got too much for them. Of course, like Mickey's saying, they're a dangerous team. We have to respect them, but I think 3-1 is a good shout, and I do see Sonny, Kane, and anyone else chipping in with some goals there.
Mickey, what about yourself? Score prediction for this weekend?
Well, I'm tempted not to tempt fate. I'm tempted to see a 6-0 Man United, but then I'd be lying. You know when you're sitting watching a game and you say we're never going to score, and then we score. You think every time, oh, I'm going to say that. So I'm tempted to say 6-0 Man United. I really am, but I'm not. I think 3-1 Spurs. I really do. I think that we've got the ammunition.
Yeah.
The other night, yesterday, must have did wonders for their belief. The way it wasn't just about the fact we won 5-0. The most important part was how well we played. The possession football, the creativity, the flair, the opening up, the creating chances, the movement throughout the team was exceptional. So that's much more important than the scoreline. I always say that. If you keep putting in good performances, the top results in the end come your way. So we can go Man United full of confidence. I really think that they'll be fragile and they'll be looking to get off to a fast start to lift their confidence. We've got to make sure that they don't get it, and then we've got to hit them with a sucker punch. 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly really wouldn't be surprised if we could do what we did to him a couple of seasons ago and score 6 again. I really think.
Yeah, but we need someone sent off.
Yeah, Luke Shaw isn't playing this time.
Who's the ref, by the way?
On Lucas Moura. Oh, I must admit, I'm not sure who the ref is this weekend.
I was going to say I've got a couple of £100 I could send them.
Yeah, we can all chip in for that. Now, Mickey, while we've got you,